Hi, this is Neil Walters with the Mr. Hebrew YouTube channel and also from HebrewResources.com. And now today I want to introduce to you HebrewGarden.com. This is a website that has been used for maybe a year or so for my private students, and now I'm opening it up to the public kind of a second time. Many years ago, I had it kind of working, and then it got hacked and stuff. So now it's up and available for everybody to use. It's a lot safer site, and it has a lot of new features in it that I think you're going to like. So first of all, this is what the homepage looks like, and this describes you how to use the menu system. There's a lot of nested menus in here. But first of all, I want to show you what you get for free. So over here, the member-only courses we'll talk about maybe toward the end of this video. But even if you don't get that, you can just come to the website and use some of these options for free, even without even logging on at this time. In the future, I might have a logon required for that, but today it's not required. So for example, here you have the top 400 words of the Hebrew Bible. Let me just jump down to lesson number 1 there. You click on the word like here, Melech.
Melech,
The computer pronounces it for you, and then it also shows you with the pop-up there
Melech,
the transliteration and then the English meaning of that word, king. Next word,
Lo,
lo means no or not.
Ben,
Bane means son, and it continues like that. Now, after you studied these words, it only gives you about, say, 15 words per page. And then when you think you know them, you can say, take the quiz.
Ki,
So the computer said key, and now I got to find that word here and click key.
Ki, Yom,
And now he said Yom. And let's say I clicked the wrong word. Let's say I clicked this instead.
Kol, Lo,
So it got one correct and one wrong. And so it's keeping track of that. And if you're not a student, it won't permanently save the data. But if you're a registered student, it'll actually save the scores for you and you can review them at a future time. So anyway, that's for free. And you have, I think, 15 or 20 lessons here, 25 lessons, 24 lessons. Each one has about 15 words in it. And I think that's why I call it the top 400 words of the Bible. Maybe eventually we'll have the top 1,000. But if you learn those vocabulary words first, you'll be on your way to learning Hebrew better. Basic vocabulary, there's just all kinds of different things like the names of the books of the Bible, words about time, synagogue words, holiday words, short vocabulary words. So I'm not going to show all those right now. Let's do Jewish liturgy. Now, sometimes here I had a choice, like instead of Jewish liturgy, let me show you here on Hebrew scriptures. So Eshet Chayil, it's both a liturgy and a scripture actually. So I put it under Hebrew scriptures. Okay, so that page is loaded, and of course, Eshet Chayil is this passage from Proverbs 31, and it's something that is sung usually Friday night around the Shabbat table. And you can also set the speed here at which the computer will read the words, and you have two choices. You can have them one at a time. So here you have actually verse by verse. Just for instance, it works the same way as the top 400 words work. I'll click this,
Eshet Chayil.
and so it says how to pronounce it and then what it means. A woman of valor.
Mi
Me means who.
Yimsa.
And Sa means find.
Ve'rachok.
Rachok means far beyond.
Mipninim.
Means pearls.
Mikra.
And her value. Now, if you want to have the computer read it to you, you click this button right here.
Eshet Chayil. Mi Yimsa.
And we can speed it up here.
Ve'rachok. Mipninim. Mikra.
Okay, so basically that's how that works. And you have the whole chapter here broken down verse by verse. And at the very bottom of that, then, I have selected a couple of YouTubes where I think the singer had a good voice and sang it in a very conservative or, orthodox type style that you would be happy and pleased with. And here's a couple or three different versions, just depends on which piece of liturgy how many YouTubes I found that actually fit with it. Okay, so it looks like I actually have 5 different videos here. So you can hear how they're all just a little bit different, but I think you'll like those a lot. And for example, here on Jewish liturgy, right now we don't have everything, but we have some of the basics: the Adon Olam, Friday night Kiddush, Shabbat candle lighting, the Kaddish, blessing over the bread, things like that. So if we go to Adon Olam, it's going to be very similar to what you just saw with Eshet Chayil, except this one is really not broken into verses. It's just got the whole song right there together. And on this one, I actually have MP3 versions. So you can hear a traditional, a Hasidic, a jazz, or a rap version, I call it. Okay. And in this case, I'm not sure. Probably didn't have any YouTubes, but I could probably go add some in the near future. And this whole website, by the way, will adopt to a smartphone or iPhone, or iPad, or whatever kind of portable device you have. The screens are what's called responsive, and they'll flip to fit the phone. So that's just a few of the things that are available. I'm going to make a series of maybe 5, 10, who knows, 12, 15 videos showing off different parts of this system. And most of what I'm going to be showing in the future will be in these members only courses. So right here we have At Home with Hebrew Lessons. That's where I teach you to read the Hebrew alphabet in 13 different lessons. They take about 20 minutes for most of them. I think one of them is more like 45 minutes, but most of them are 20 minutes each, very beginner level stuff. And that's based on a program I actually wrote back in 1996 called At Home with Hebrew. So I've kept with that name of it. Then actually in the early 2000s, I wrote this program called Hebrew Kindergarten, and it was originally sold on a CD, and now it's all built into this website as well. And there's lots of fun and interesting drills on these. So that's what's going to take a while for us to show that in future videos. Then the last couple of years, what I've been doing is I've been teaching Zoom classes to people in my synagogue, and we did over a year, probably almost 2 years, we did the Weingreen Biblical Hebrew book, and we have every single week here recorded, and as we go through those lessons. And then right now I'm doing modern Hebrew using the Hayesod course book, and those lessons are becoming available week by week. We're currently in lesson 12, and so they will be added to over time. So you basically have, I think, everything you need to do to get started here. You have basic reading for the total beginner. You have Hebrew Kindergarten, which is basically modern Hebrew, but just a little more practice with some basic Hebrew stuff. These last 2 courses are more like college courses, or at least high-level high school courses. So if you go through the whole Biblical Hebrew course, there are, I think, 42 lessons in that, and it's probably the equivalent of at least 2, if not 3 semesters of a college-level Hebrew class. Hayesod actually has 75 lessons, I believe. And like I said, we're only in lesson 12 right now, so it's probably going to take us 2 years or more to get through that. But that's what I'm doing at the moment. So if you happen to click on one of these now, what's going to happen is, just to show you, it is a membership site. So if you try to go to the members only courses, it's going to say stop, and you're trying to access premium content. And then basically these are some older videos I did, which I'll probably be replacing shortly. And you can actually do a 1 penny trial. And then it's just, I think it's $9 a month after the 7-day trial, or you can buy an annual membership and pay annually. So it's just $9 a month, and you get a 7-day trial. So you can try it for 7 days. If you don't like it, you can just automatically cancel that. When you click to add to cart, you'll see different options to buy. You can go with the pay by the month option, or you can go with an annual option. And we support PayPal and regular credit cards. So I know because you're listening to this today and sitting there, you have an interest in Hebrew, right? And I want you to think about what Hebrew could do for you. What is it you want to accomplish with your Hebrew? It's going to be different for everybody, but I think this will kind of guide you and give you the basics to get started so that you can achieve whatever your specific Hebrew goals are. So I look forward to teaching you in these courses inside once you become a member. And this has been Neil Walters, and stay tuned for another series of videos similar to this, where I will go into more details of what's available in these member-only courses.